So you're watching this video probably because you're deciding between a couple different towns to move to here in New Jersey, and Fairhaven is one of your options. So first of all, great choice. Fairhaven is an amazing place to live, and I'm going to give you everything today that's going to make it easier for you to make the decision on whether this is the right town for you or not. I want you to feel like a local at the end of this video, so we're going to take you through everything that you need to know as if you already lived here, for dining, restaurants, to cultural attractions, to schools, everything at the end of this video for you to be like, okay, that's the place for me to go, or you know what? I'm going to do my recon on a couple other towns and maybe this isn't the right fit for me. By the way, my name is DJ Tenhove. I run a real estate team here in New Jersey. We specialize in first-time homebuyers, moving up from your first house to your dream house, or if you're downsizing inside or outside the state of New Jersey. Here on the channel, we cover everything from different towns, different local businesses, real estate advice, and investing advice as well. So if you're looking for New Jersey-based real estate information, you are in the right place. So we're here at the Fairhaven Fields Natural Area. This is a great little park system that's right off the sports fields next to us. And it's a great little spot to come for a walk. There's hiking trails. It's wheelchair accessible. It's dog friendly. It's a great little escape to get some nature in the middle of what's otherwise a pretty densely populated residential area. Other great thing is that sports fields are right through the woods over here, and the Meadow Ridge field is directly across the street. So great little access point here in town to get your water on. Now, Monmouth County is largely regarded for having the best public park system in the whole state, and you do have Hartshorn Park, which is part of that park system right across the Oceanic Bridge into Middletown, and that is some of the best hiking and mountain biking you're going to find in this part of central New Jersey. So even though it's not so nice out right now in the middle of winter, you still have people walking around the fields here. Where I am is at the Fairhaven Sports Fields here behind the Church Nativity, and this is where the majority of the sports and athletic events are going to happen here in town. So the youth sports program is 100% volunteer and run by the parents of the rec department. There's soccer, baseball, basketball. There's awesome. Most of those are going to be housed here or at the Meadow Ridge Complex, which is right across the street. So as far as shopping goes, in town you've got a lot of cute little retail stores, mom and pop shops, but if you're going to do big box shopping, most of that's going to happen along Route 35, either down at Eatontown or Shrewsbury, or a little further up on the other side of Red Bank here in town. So part of what attracts people to living in New Jersey is the change of seasons, and you get all 4 seasons here, and living along the river, you get to experience them even a little bit more dramatically with the change of colors, the freezing of the river, and then just how beautiful it is during the summertime. So what are some of the experiences you can plan to experience here in town? The Broadwalk in Red Bank. So Red Bank is literally the next town over, about a 2-minute drive. In the summertime, they put stanchions up at the top and bottom of Broad Street, and all the restaurants have outdoor dining. This is sort of something new that came from COVID. There was outdoor dining during COVID, and now they released that as something that they do during the summer because it became so popular. We definitely need to hit up the different restaurants and shops that are open on a Friday or Saturday night and do that. And then you also have Fort Monmouth, which is still in development at the time we're shooting this video, but that is 5 minutes down the road. It's going to be where Netflix's headquarters are, and there's going to be some amazing development in there for restaurants, dining, breweries, so definitely check that out as well. And if you need more information, definitely hit us up for that. If you're looking to grab something to eat and go quick, you've got some great options here in town. So you've got Fairwinds Deli, which is a pretty self-explanatory option. Then you've got Tavolo Pronto, which is a great Italian specialty market, prepared foods, great pastries. Lupo Pizza is right in town, one of my favorites. If you're looking for a coffee shop, Booskerdoo is not just great coffee, but gives you an actual sit-down coffee shop experience. You could go to French Market in Rumson, which is also great, or Rook over in Red Bank. There's also a Dunkin' in town, nothing against them, but if you want real good coffee, go to Booskerdoo. And then you've got Brennan's Deli over in Rumson, which is another great prepared food deli shop. You've got a Chinese food place here in Fairhaven. You've got sushi as well. So you've really got everything across the gamut for just quick grab-and-go food. So in addition to some of the grab-and-go places, you've got 2 great sit-down places, 2 for casual dining. You've got Dos Patitos, Mexican tortillas, tacos, stuff like that. And then you also have a Easy Kitchen. If you're into craft beer and microbreweries, you're going to love it here because there's some great ones in the state of New Jersey, and a lot of them are locally here in Monmouth County. One of them is Birdsmouth Brewery. That's a new one that's on Fort Monmouth, only a couple minutes down the road. My #1 favorite beer anywhere in the world is Kane Head High. The Kane Brewing Company is literally 10 minutes down the road here as well. Up in Atlantic Highlands, about another 10-minute drive, you have the Carton Brewing Company. In Red Bank, you have Triumph, which is based usually out in the western part of New Jersey and Pennsylvania. They have a location here in Red Bank that is a restaurant as well as a brewery. And then also you have to check out Alternate Ending Beer Company, which is about a 15-20 minute drive, but it's an old converted movie theater and brewery all mixed in one. Definitely check those out. So one of the things I love most about living in this part of New Jersey is the cultural options are great. You've got tons of art galleries around here too, but the live music venues, and I don't just mean bars, but actual performance venues is great. You've got the PNC Bank Arts Center, which is literally 25, maybe less than that, 20 minutes away from here. That is a venue where you can watch Zach Brown Band. You could see Chris Stapleton's come through there. Jimmy Buffett used to come through every year and play as well. It's a really cool outdoor amphitheater. Then you have the Two River Theater that's over in Red Bank, which is a secondary performance stage. The biggest option is going to be the Count Basie Theater right in Red Bank, and that is some great comedy shows. There's some great off-Broadway options. So culturally, you've got some great stuff here, literally within 5 minutes to 20 minutes away from your house. So a lot of people who are moving here from the city or from Hoboken or Jersey City or Brooklyn or Staten Island are used to having live music venues on the same block or within walking distance of where you live. It's a little bit harder when you move to the suburbs, but although you might not have a lot of live music venues here in Fairhaven, you have very good options just the next town over in Red Bank. So you have Red Rock Tap and Grill, awesome live music in the summer. They do it on a stage outside in the parking lot. You also have Jamian's, which is a cool pub that's in Red Bank. You have the Count Basie Theater. Obviously, the Count Basie Theater is a little bit bigger as far as what acts come through there. So part of living here is the experience of actually spending time with your neighbors and people in town. The Village Square, which is Memorial Park, is where most of the town events are going to happen. So you have the Christmas stroll there in December, along with the menorah lighting. So boating's a really big part of life here in Fairhaven. Obviously, you have houses that live below the water, but even if you don't, one of the cool things is there's a public boat launch and there's also a public pier. We're here at the public pier. This is located at the end of Fairhaven Road. And what most people don't know is that these are even here if you don't live in town, because they're not located visible from the main road. So you have to come down the side streets to know these are here, but they're great because you can come here, you can watch a great sunset, you can do some fishing. Sometimes they even have some live music that's played underneath the pavilion. And then if you want to use the public boat launch, you can do that as well. Just make sure you have a permit before you do it. So because the properties are relatively small, there's a lot of properties here that can't fit a pool or just choose not to have one because less than 5 minutes away, you have Seabright and Monmouth Beach, where a lot of the beach clubs like Chippewa, Chapel, Promenade are. And what you do is you join those, kind of like being part of a country club. But you join them during the summer. You get your own cabana, there's food service, there's bars, you hang out there with your friends. A lot of families will actually choose to use them during the day, and the kids will actually hang out there either with the nanny or with the family. So again, there's a little bit of a challenge just with some of the properties being relatively small, but since COVID, the desire to have a pool in your backyard has definitely gone up, and we're seeing more properties here and in Rumson putting pools in. So if you're into fitness, you're going to love it here because you have some small private trainers here in town, and then you've got so many different options both in town and within a couple of minutes. You've got the Clementine Studio, which is a spin studio. There's 2 yoga studios. There's a Pilates studio. There's a dance studio. You have the Power Club that's here in town. That's a full-service gym. You've got an F45 that's over at Shrewsbury. Then you've got some garage-style gyms too, so like Alpha Fit Club that's over in Red Bank. You also have a full-service Jersey Strong, which is a big gym that's right in Red Bank. You have the Fort Monmouth Athletic Club, which is over in Fort Monmouth, about 5 minutes from here. That's a brand new, huge gym. Pickleball course, basketball, gym, everything in there. And then the biggest is probably the new Lifetime Fitness that's going in off of Exit 109 in Lincroft. If you don't know what Lifetime Fitness is, go check it out. It is a country club for fitness. So all of your options are covered here for sure. All right, so you're a local now. Feel like you have everything you need to know to make a decision on whether this is the right town for you or not? I hope so. Well, I appreciate you coming along and watching the video with me. If you're ready to start looking at homes, please give us a call. My number is 201-903-1666. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for checking out Fairhaven with us. If you're ready to make a move, make sure to download our Fairhaven Relocation Guide. It goes through some of the detail we couldn't cover here in the video more in depth about school district, price points, and neighborhoods. You can download at the link below. If you want us to talk through your plans at any point, we're here. Just reach out. And we want to make sure your move to Fairhaven and Monmouth County in general is going to be done with confidence. Make sure to hit the subscribe button before you leave here. We want to make sure you check out the new videos we drop every week about cool things going on in Monmouth County and new developments. See you on the next one.